Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys the ingredients that you're going to need for the guacamole. So you're going to need some cilantro, chopped garlic, plum tomatoes,
or Roma tomatoes,
red onion, some ripe avocados, and a lime. So I'm going to show you guys how much of each that I used, and I'm going to go get them all ready now, and I'll be right back. Okay, so the trick I learned from Taryn on how to get these avocados ready is basically what you want to do is you want to kind of push into it around the edges because you want the insides to peel away from the skin. So you're going to really push hard on it to make it nice and mushy. And then you're going to roll it. So what should happen is it should almost explode like this one did. And then all you're going to do is just kind of scoop out all the insides and put it into a bowl. So I'm going to do that with 2 avocados, and then I will show you the rest of the ingredients. Okay, so now all I've done is I have just diced up a Roma or a plum tomato, and I added it to the bowl of mashed avocado. As well, I just chopped up about a 1/4 cup of red onion or so and then added it to the mix. And then now I just diced up some fresh cilantro, and now I'm just adding that. And then all that's left to do is just take about half of a small lime and then squeeze that over top. Now I'm going to add about 3/4 of a teaspoon of garlic, but I'm not really measuring, so I'm just guessing. And then, last but not least, just need to add about a 3/4 teaspoon of salt. And if you have some form of a food processor, that would probably make this a lot easier, and then you wouldn't have big chunks of tomato in it, but I like the big chunks of tomato. And yeah, so that's the final product. That's what it looks like. You guys can see that. And yeah, now I'll show you another recipe for fennel cucumber salad with avocado in it. Okay, we are on to recipe number 2, which is a fennel cucumber salsa, and it has avocado in it, obviously. So I'll show you the ingredients that we are using. So we are using a fennel, which is an anise or anise plant. It took us a while to figure that out. We had to go to 2 different stores to find it. So this is what it looks like. I've never tried it before, so this should be exciting. Then we need half of an onion. You can use red like we're using because we're using the other half of the onion from our guacamole recipe. And then you need honey and an avocado, obviously. That. Then you will need some cilantro and making a mess, a lemon and some cilantro, and that's all you will need. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut up all the ingredients that I need and kind of take you along in what I'm doing. So first things first, I added 2 tablespoons of honey to a bowl. Oh, I should mention this before I get started. This recipe makes enough for 16 people. So instead of kind of chopping down the recipe and using 1/8 of a fennel bulb, I thought it would be easier just to use the whole thing. So by all means, you can kind of pare it down to whatever lifestyle you're living and how much you're actually going to need, but we're doing the whole thing. I've cut up the half of the onion, as you can see, and I'm just going to dump it into the bowl. I'm going to do this for all of the ingredients that I'm using today. Just chop and dump it in. So now all I've done is I've chopped up 1 avocado, slightly mushed it up, but oh well. And I'm just adding it to the bowl. And now I have chopped up an entire cucumber, which is also going to go into the bowl. I feel like that's all I'm doing. Chopping, putting it into the bowl. Okay, so now I'm going to show you guys how to cut up a fennel bulb, because I had no idea how to do it, and Taryn kind of walked me through it, so I'm just going to bring you guys a little bit closer and I'll show you how to do it. So this is half of one of the bulbs. It kind of is like an onion almost, and it has layers, and it has kind of the texture of celery. So all you're going to do is I just chopped it in half. I took off the top and I took off the base just to make sure that it's a little bit easier. So now I'm going to lay the flat piece on the cutting surface. I'm just going to chop it in half. that. And then together, and you're just going to cut it into small pieces.
Get it!
Get it! And now if you want smaller pieces that are a little bit more bite-sized, you can just kind of like chop them in half where you see them. Obviously, I'm not a chef, so this is probably the proper way to do it, but it gets the job done. And then I chopped a bunch of cilantro up, which is a form of parsley, right? Is it parsley? It's parsley, yeah. So it's a form of parsley, for those of you that don't know. And it's just, they just said a bunch in the recipe, so that's what I chopped up there. And add that to the bowl. Now they ask for 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. So you can measure this properly if you want. I'm just gonna take a spoon and just eyeball it. And then if you want to add any sort of like hot peppers or hot sauce or anything like that, you can do that. So I'm going to do that for Taryn because she loves hot sauce. And then I'm also going to add some just salt and pepper to taste. So whatever your preference is. So this is what it looks like. It's all combined now. Looks very good. I'm really excited. So all you're going to do now is you're going to let this rest for about 20 minutes before you're going to serve it. And so we're going to just let it sit kind of until dinner time in the fridge, and then I will show you how we're going to use it for dinner. Okay, so this is what we ended up doing for dinner. So there is salad, there is chicken, and then there is the fennel and cucumber salad on top. And if you want, you could add like goat cheese on top or something like that. Would be very good. I haven't added mine yet, but that's what it looks like. It's been pretty much soaking like that all afternoon, so we're excited to taste it. And we'll let you know on our blog what we think, and that is pretty much it. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week, and I hope you enjoyed these recipes. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite recipe is for anything involving avocado or how you use an avocado, and I will talk to you all soon. Bye guys. Mwah.